welcome to my Scrappin space. I'm Joni Martin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Southwest Wisconsin. And I'm here to show you how to make a very pretty card made with the beautiful Gallery paper pack. What do you say we get my face out of the way and make a card? This was one of the cards that was one of the virtual card kits in August. And it's an easy idea that really delivers a lot of impact. Now you could just cut just a solid piece of paper and not cut it in strips, but I think the strips add a little bit of interest. And when you keep a continuous pattern, your eye kind of fills it in. So let me show you how easy it is to make this card. This paper pack is beautiful Gallery. I have all the dimensions, my supply list, the directions, what to do in what order on my Scrappin with Joni blog. So this is the paper I'm talking about. This piece right here. And you might look at this paper and think, so what am I going to do with that? It's a 6x6 paper. So let me share with you a couple tips I did as I decided what to do with it. First of all, I knew that I wanted these strips to be 1 1/4 because I knew how wide this was, and then I kind of figured out how the space is. So I wanted each strip to be 1 1/4 by 5. So if you put 1 1/4 times 3, you get to 3 3/4. Really, for me, the trick was deciding where to cut the paper. So let me show you how I did that. I started by cutting off the bottom, like I started right here, because I knew this didn't add much to it for me. So we're going to start with cutting off that bottom part. And again, whenever we're cutting, the paper is tight against this lip. My hand is holding it in place, and my other hand is pushing up. So I'm not going to pull down and push up. That's going to get your paper to go a little wonky. And I'm looking inside this little guide here, and I don't see any brown. So I know I'm not cutting off any of my vase. There we go. And this little scrap, you could use it for a strip on the inside. I probably won't, we'll recycle it. And then remember, I want this to be 5. So once I have one cut done, then it's pretty easy for me to do the other cut. Now, 3 3/4. And what I did was I just started at one end of my vase. I didn't want to cut into my vase. And 3 3/4. So I have it lined up at 3 3/4. There we go. So this piece is now what I'm going to cut to get these different strips. And they're each going to be 1 1/4. So I have 1 1/4 here. Making sure it's straight. And then I have 1 1/4. And if I've done it correctly, these are all the same size. Well, look at that, we did. Okay, let's start to assemble our card. I'm assembling it on a basic beige card mat. And the mat is a standard 4 by 5 1/4. So when you have pieces and you want them to be even, first I just kind of lay them out so I know what's going in what order. And if you're not sure or you're like, how do I do that? Remember, we have 2 sides and a center, okay? We're going to actually glue the 2 sides first. You don't ever want to glue in a row because maybe you're going to have too much room left over. So you're going to start with the 2 sides. And I just want a little bit to show all the way around. This is a perfect use of the multi-purpose glue because multi-purpose glue lets you move it around. I don't need to get real close to the edge because I'm going to push it down and I don't want that glue coming out. Okay. Now, this does not have to be perfect. Don't get a ruler out. Just kind of eye it up. Okay. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. And when we eye it up this time, we're going to kind of make sure it's about the same distance from the bottom. Then it will be the same distance from the top because we know they're all the same length. There we go. And again, you're adding some other things to your card. People are going to be impressed with your card and no one's going to get out a ruler. They're going to be, oh, look at that. She made me a card. There we go. Then this last piece is going to go in the center. And the reason I did the 2 outside pieces first is because now I can just center this. Like, you know, I eye it up and about the same on each side. There we go. Like seriously, how easy was that? Now, this is a basic beige thread, and I'm going to just knot it to the side. I'm not going to spend a lot of time measuring. I'm just going to make sure that when I knot it, I have enough on each side. If you have a glue dot handy, this is the perfect place for it. Let's grab one of my glue dots. Because that glue dot, as I knot it, will hold my knot in place. You know how when you're doing Christmas gifts and you're wrapping and someone puts a finger down to hold it in place? Yeah, the glue dot's doing that for you. And here's what I'm doing with my roll of glue dots. I'm just keep opening it. The glue dots are on the back, and I'm opening it till I come across the glue dot. I'm gonna use my take your pick to, oh, whoa, now we have flying glue dots. Let's try that one more time. There, seriously, people, that has not happened to me before. Okay, let me show you something else you can do. If this glue dots really wants to go flying, we're gonna show it who's boss. We're gonna get rid of this extra paper, and we're just gonna take this and attach it, just lay it right on your card, right where you want the glue dot to be. There we go. Honestly, guys, I haven't had glue dots go flying before, but I'll find those flying ones when they attach to something I don't want. Now I'm gonna make a knot. Now, I don't know why, but for me, it's easier. The knot, the thread, the ribbons seem to go, the edges of the ribbons go better if I do it upside down. Like they aren't coming up the card, they're coming back down. Not a clue why, but I'm just gonna pull until it catches there. And then we're just gonna do one more knot to catch it. There we go. And then we're gonna trim, because clearly we don't need that much. I'm reaching for my ribbon scissors. Now my ribbon scissors, isn't this pretty? It has these charms on it. It was a gift from Stampin' Up at some leaders event. But the point of it is, it reminds you, when I lift it, that I don't want to be cutting paper with it, that it's only to cut ribbon. There we go. Now, I'm feeling like I'd like the ribbon to lay a little flatter right there. So we're going to try again. I have no idea what's up with these glue dots, but let's see if I can get it off of here without flying. There we go. I just had to be a little gentler. We're going to stick it right under here. Glue dots are great for helping ribbon land where you want them. Now my card base is Secret Sea, but you could use any of the colors in here. And the beautiful Gallery paper pack, like all Stampin' Up paper packs, will tell you what colors work with it. Look at that. Let's give this a good crease. And we're going to attach it. Now you could use the multi-purpose glue again. That would work great. I'm a huge fan of our Steel Plus tape runner. It's fast. I don't get any gunk on my fingers. So use whatever adhesive works for you. And that's going to go there. And then I just wanted to add one more thing, but I didn't want it to be too blingy because I may end up using this for a sympathy card. Who knows what it's going to be. So I grabbed, these are called neutral matte dots. And see, they have some basic beige in there, and they're flat. They're not going to add too much bulk to your card. We're going to do 3, and we're going to do them in a roughly triangular shape, which just means one's going to hang out by itself, and the other 2 are going to be closer together. Look how they pop on that brown. There we go. So we have a beautiful card front. I'm not sure, like I said, what this card's going to be. It might be a sympathy, it might be a birthday, a thinking of you, but I'm going to get the inside ready. So this is just a scrap I had left over from one of those, and I'm going to put just a touch of multi-purpose glue there. Like so. And then I'm going to set this here. Now, I love this card. So clearly, I'm not going to send it out in a naked envelope. Like really, a card like this deserves more than just boring old white envelope. So we have another scrap left. And we're going to attach that right here. But I want to show you a trick. So I always attach on the flap, right at the fold. When I'm laying it like this, I'm thinking, oh yeah, that'll work. But look what happens when I fold it down the way I'm going to use it. My flowers are growing upside down. Not a good look. So consider this the top and the top of your paper. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a little bit of glue around the outside, just like that. And then, oops, I should have done that before I put the glue on. But see how I kind of fold that envelope up? That's going to help me push this right against the fold, like that. All right, now we're going to do a little trimming. Oh, not with my, see, that's why the beads are on there to remind me not to trim paper with it. I almost did that. We're going to trim that. Now, I'm not going to attach this on the inside because, like I said, I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, and I'd rather stamp it loose than stamp it inside the card. But I just want to show you there's a 1/2 inch scrap of paper there, and look what difference it makes to the inside of your card. Yeah, it does everything, doesn't it? Okay, let's trim up our envelope flap. We're just using the envelope flap as our guide. And just like that. Look at that. Like seriously, if you got this envelope in the mail, you'd open this envelope first because you're like, that's a stunning envelope. I want to see what's inside. So there's our card. You can find all the directions and supply list on my Scrappin with Joni blog. And if you happen to pick up one of my August virtual card kits, now you know how to put this card together. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it more than you know. If you liked what you saw, please share it with your crafty friends. Until next time, take care and keep crafting. It's good for you.